Hi everyone, Adrian Player here. In this video we're going to discuss the three different phases on your investment journey. So one, you've got the ramp phase. Two, you've got the consolidation phase. Three, you've got the end or goal phase. Now, if you want to look at each phase, normally the ramp phase is when you start buying your property as you continue buying until you're maxed out on your residential lending. And then on the second phase, your consolidation phase, it's really what you do to your portfolio to make it either cash flow positive or to structure the portfolio in a way to either pay off debt, increase cash flow, reduce risk, or set yourself up for the next phase. Okay, and then your third one is your end or goal phase. So some people will have a goal phase. So for myself, it is a 5 to 7 year plan to buy my wife's dream property. All right, so that's the end goal phase, but I'll be honest with you, after the consolidation phase that I'll be going through, we may very well buy the end goal property, but I don't think that's going to stop us to continue buying. So I think another ramp phase is going to happen after that. So if we want to talk about the ramp phase, this is my investment journey. So I purchased my first one up in Newcastle as of the end of 2020 in Woodbury. Then I purchased two at the end of last year in 2021. One was in Raceview, one was in Bethania in Brisbane. And then the fourth one was purchased about 3 weeks ago, which is in Ormeau Heights, which again is just between Brisbane and the Gold Coast. Now my fifth one I'm already set up for purchasing, most likely again somewhere in the south of Brisbane, as long as we focus on a under 500,000, 3-bed, 1-bath, 1-car, big block, and a low vacancy rate suburb. So that's really my goals, and I might try and get something around a Woodridge or a Slacks Creek if I can. Now, my ramp phase is most likely going to end somewhere in 2023, most likely in the middle or the end of it. And I know that because I've already run the numbers on my borrowing power and forward planned it. So most likely I'm going to cap out between, say, 8 to 11 properties, depending on the purchase price range that I look at and the rental that I can get. Then when I have a look at my consolidation phase, it's going to be most likely a 2-year period for me. And it's the phase where I put all the granny flats in. So at least kind of 75 to 80% of the properties that I'm purchasing will have the option for granny flats. So most of the time you contact the tenant, you organise a little bit of a rental decrease for maybe a 10 to 12 week period. Then you go ahead, you put the fences in, you fix the driveway, and then you have about a 10-week build to put the granny flat in, and then you can rent out the front and the back. And most of mine will be about a 5% rental return from the front and about a $300 rental return at the back, maybe $320. So after you account for a $125K build, and then $25K for your driveway allowance, your fencing and your council, you're at about $150,000 total. And most likely the bank's valuations aren't that good on granny flats, so I'll have to upfront maybe half of that. So say about $50,000 to $75,000 total per granny flat. So you do that in most likely 2 at a time, and so it ends up taking, you do 2, takes about 4 months, do 2 again, 4 months, and then 2 again. So most likely everything will get done in about, say, 12 months to maybe 18 months, give or take. So that's the consolidation phase. And then the end goal phase for us, once we've boosted the cash flow, is to use that to pay down as much of the debt as possible and use that to fund the purchase. So once I pull money out of the portfolio, we can almost pay for a waterfront in cash. That will be the goal, and then use the cash flow that we've got and say 6 to 6.5% rental yield to really get to paying down the total debt, getting ourselves into a better position, and then using that portfolio to ramp into more residential property per year, or potentially go into the commercial property side of things. So this is just a quick video on the three different sections of the phase in your investment journey, and really we're not really talking too much about the structure of the mortgages. I'll do that on the next video. So this is just a good guidance on what the three different phases are, and in the next video we'll discuss how I'm going to structure my portfolio from a loan point of view to really get the best results possible during this. Alright, hope you've enjoyed this one, and we'll see you on the next video. Alright then, bye.